ฮ Con không được như mẹ đi sai chữ con nhỉ จับวัดดีThink you'll feel it what? Think you both need you. Maybe fail clean. What would my contrast theory be? Wrong time. Take the risk.